You chose absolutely right tuning in to Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a great and productive day in our top of edition tonight. Rwanda is building gas storage facilities with a capacity of 17,100 cubic meters, equivalent to 17,100,000 liters. The Rwanda Biomedical Center research demonstrates that over 50% of Rwandans have never received dental care. A very good evening to you. It's my great pleasure having your company tonight, coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Sam Kalisa. And as we kick it off tonight, Rwanda is building gas storage facilities with a capacity of 17,100 cubic meters, equivalent to 17,100,000 liters. This is a project that will be completed in 2025 at a cost of more than 37 billion Rwandan francs. Jessica Gasaro starts us off tonight.
The construction of a large gas storage facility is underway in the Rusororo sector, Gasabo district in Kigali city. Gashumba Jean, the representative of the company MM and RGD that implements this project, states that the construction work consists of two parts, including where to go 3 tanks with the capacity of 17,100 cubic meters.
Igice cya mbere nicyo reba inyuma yanjye kirimo ibigega bitatu.
The first part is what you see behind me, which contains 3 gas tanks. 2 tanks, each measuring 7,500 cubic meters. The 2 are 15,000 and the other is 2,100 cubic meters. The total storage is 17,100 cubic meters. Then there are also 2 tanks for firefighting water in case of need. Also one storage has 4,000 cubic meters, 2 storages and pumps. Then the upper layer consists of an office building where electricity passes, where they store compressors. Another part contains pumps that draw and pack gas, and there's a large part where they bottle gas and store it. On the upper side, there's a trunk entrance and a scale where the trunks pass before unloading.
Engineer Gashumba declares that they are doing everything possible to speed up construction work, to install gas tank and pipelines and other technical works because in just 1 year, the first tank should be full and start to be used.
Now we have decided that before September, this work should be finished, but we will start building above an office building and where they receive and unload. This may not be completed until next year, but in the meantime, we will have installed 200 cubic meter storage tanks. This means that in about a year, the first 200 cubic meters storage will be operational while the larger storages are being processed.
Gas infrastructure expert Abdul Rahman from Bangladesh, who's also the head of this project, states that the mechanical and technical work of setting up gas tanks and pipes will not be delayed because the Belgian company that will do those work is ready.
So a big team will work from early next year on the electromechanical part. So this is not so easy because this is such a big magnitude terminal. Never ever Rwanda has such a big terminal, so that is why overseas contractor, overseas people will be coming. They will do all the electromechanical works, welding, then hydro test and others. And in the course of this whole journey, the local Rwanda team here, it will be a very big experience for them, for building such a big terminal that will help them in the future.
The problem of gas storage is one of the ongoing obstacles in the government's effort to reduce the use of fossil fuels such as wood and charcoal. At the end of last month, Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente told both chambers of the parliament that if the problem of gas storage is solved, its business will be easier.
When you look at the quantity of the gas that enters in Rwanda, we only have storage for gas that can only last a week only. And that is why the price has also increased, since we don't have enough storage, but we are looking for a gas storage even for 3 or 4 months. With that case, business will go well. When I say gas business, I mean the gas distribution among the population will be easier. You all remember when we wanted to put a fixed price for the gas, but the gas that comes in the country is still at a lower rate. since we don't have enough storage for it yet.
This was also confirmed by the Minister of Environment, Dr. Maria Jean d'Arc, who believes that cooking with gas has many benefits.
Nitumara kubona ububiko bwa gaze hari ikibazo bizakemura cyane.
After we have found a gas storage, this will solve the problem. For example, the school we gave gas to are 20 in those 4 districts where the Green Amayaga works from. This has reduced 1/2 of the price we used to give for woods. We have avoided deforestation at 50%, and the time we use for cooking has reduced as well. They used to burn up to 1,800,000, and now they only burn 900 woods. The storage project will cost 37 billion and 720 million Rwandan francs. It is jointly owned by 2 partners, namely the government of Rwanda through the Development Bank of Rwanda BRD, which owns 61%, and the oil trading company SP, which owns 39%. Jessica Agasaro, RTV News.
Thank you, Jessica Agasero, for the report. As we move ahead, citizens have expressed a concern and are of the view that a much more effort is needed in some ways to prevent corruption in different grassroots levels, because there are still there is still a problem where they are required to give a bribery for services that are offered free of charge. Samili Wase has more on this report.
This is one of a citizen who was offered a cow under Girinka program, and unfortunately it didn't produce, and it was lately sold by the local leaders. But then he was required 25,000 francs, bribed to be compensated, and due to failure he missed a cow.
What happened by the time I refused to give them money, they already took it. The local authorities asked me to pay for 25,000 Rwanda francs. I told them I was offered this cow by President Kagame. What am I paying for? And they took the cow to sell it in Kaenzi.
Another anonymous citizen with a private vehicle mentions bribe occasions he was asked by traffic police.
I told them to punish me, but later he came to be the one intimidating me so that he will not accuse you anything. Instead, you'll be the one to give him cash as a favor.
During celebration of the Anti-Corruption Day, the gathered people from sectors of fighting corruption have retaliated need to combat corruption in service delivery by local leaders. According to indicators by Rwanda Governance Scorecard, RGB 2022 citizens are impressed by services provided by grassroots levels, which equivalents to 76.1%. This is the rate ombudsperson Nirere Madeleine states despite the gap. Culprits are continuously being apprehended. In 2020, Rwanda was ranked 4th in African countries free from corruption, same position held in 2019. Business Insider Africa in the previous year of 2022 ranked Rwanda on the 5th position in Africa. Between 2010 to 2017, 87.9% of Rwandans say that they had not encountered corruption, and Rwanda's target is to fight corruption at a rate of 92.5% by 2010. 87.5% didn't report corruption cases encountered in 2022, from 89.4% in 2021. 44.3% of reported cases did not see any action, while 10.1% respondents were not satisfied with actions taken. Samili Wase, RTV News.
To health matters, the Rwanda Biomedical Center research demonstrates that over 50% of Rwandans have never received dental care. People in the health sector or healthcare workers in general say that not receiving dental care as well as a poor oral hygiene have tremendous effects on the oral health of a person. Olive Nete brings us more.
People that usually receive dental care are those that have dental illnesses or unbearable oral pain. Jose Wamaria, a dental therapist in the dental clinic of the University of Rwanda, explains that people who visit the dentist without being sick are still few. They used to come while in pain, and at some point, they would want us to remove the tooth. But nowadays, at least the number of those who attend dental care have increased, which is good. But still, 80% of the people we receive are those who are in pain or those with at least one symptom of oral diseases. Meanwhile, some of the citizens understand the importance of receiving dental care even when they are not ill, and emphasized that this can also prevent you from having other diseases resulting from poor oral health. First of all, teeth are also a part of our body. So as we also take care of other parts of the body, that is the same way we need to take care of our teeth. The most important thing is to be aware of the state of your oral health without waiting to get sick. The World Health Organization demonstrates that a continued high intake of free sugars, inadequate exposure to fluoride, and the lack of removal of plaque by toothbrushing can lead to caries, pain, and sometimes tooth loss and infection. People are recommended to brush teeth twice a day and see a dentist at least twice a year. Wamaria Jose, a dental therapist, points out that people with chronic illnesses should increase oral hygiene because they are at high risk of getting dental diseases. People with chronic illnesses and who take medications on a daily basis, they are mostly affected by gum diseases, or sometimes they face tooth loss. People with non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension and cancer, and others, all of them should attend dental care, sometimes more than twice a year. Those medications they take affect their gum and sometimes create stains on their teeth, and at some point it would also affect the bone of the teeth and may cause tooth decay or tooth loss. That is why they are sometimes requested to come before 6 months. The WHO Global Oral Health Status Report in 2022 estimated that oral diseases affect close to 3.5 billion people worldwide, and globally, an estimated 2 billion people suffer from caries of permanent teeth. In 2023, the RBC survey on non-communicable diseases showed that 57.1% have never received dental care, of which 61.6% are men and 52.6% are women. This study also shows that only 19.3% of people clean their teeth at least twice a day. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Oli, for the report. Now, into other matters. Some of those who used to be street vendors and were relocated to markets are complaining about the loss that is still caused by those who are still street vendors and are trading illegally, which is causing them some losses. The city of Kigali states that all traders should trade in legal markets that are acceptable. We do have the detailed report with Jessica Agasaro.
Marathon is a known market located in Nyabugogo in the Kigali city, where most of the street hawkers are now selling their product from. They state that after being explained and being taken to work in a good place, they are now happy. However, they have a problem with those who are still street hawkers who take away their customers before they reach them, since they are usually on the street and sell their product at a small price without finishing. Thus, their product lack buyers. What we want is that the government can help us put more punishment for the street hawkers and bring them in our market so they can work and we all have to sell our products. On the other hand, those who are still street hawkers declares that they didn't refuse to go to the acceptable market, since there are some of the street hawkers who wanted it but didn't get the chance to have a market to sell from, just like their colleagues who were known in the market before. The reason why I sell from the streets is because we don't have enough money or even enough products. When they take the small thing we have and tell us they'll put us in the list of people going to the new market, myself, I went and I didn't find my name on the list. I don't understand. Maybe it's something else. I have been a street hawker for more than 20 years and I haven't found a market. The urban economist in the city of Kigali, Rwanda Jean, reiterates that the street hawkers have been into discussion many times that they should not be threatening by their fellow traders who say that they are not registered in a certain market.
No one should say that they are not on the list because we keep on looking for them out on the streets and we don't want to leave anyone behind. I would advise them to go to the nearest market and there will always be someone to help them to get on the list.
The economic expert, Dr. Rusibana Jean-Claude, advises the authorities concerned to find a stable solution because this kind of business is one of the reasons why the country's economy does not reach the desired level.
A country that has street hawkers cannot develop effectively as it should. If anything, that development usually reduces because that kind of business doesn't pay any taxes. Secondly, the country doesn't get to know the domestic product needed on the market, as well as other requirements, through the follow-up of people in the industry to ascertain where their products are coming from.
The market built for the former street hawkers are 28. The street hawkers who got a market to sell from are 4,224, and the regular operational stand are 2,220. The constant participation percentage is 53%. The VUP Financial Service gave 47,380,000 Rwandan francs to the street hawkers, and they created 122 group savings. The money that has been saved in their group is up to more than 26 million Rwandan francs in total. Jessica Agasaro, RTV News.
The Bank of Kigali demonstrates that it expects innovation and deliberate contribution to the development of the banking industry from 25 youth entering the BK Academy second edition. Prince Mansi reports.
In these pieces of training in the BK Academy, the youth are trained on the functionality of the banking sector and on how to use these skills from colleges and universities for the development of this sector and the country in general. Some of these youth share their expectations.
I expect to learn skills that will improve my capacity in either analyzing where issues are and developing solutions for them.
At the end of this, I will fully comprehend the banking system and be able to deliver the best services to the country and to our clients.
We just don't do banking, we do banking with a purpose.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Kigali, Dr. Diane Karusisi, reiterates that they expect the deliberate contribution of these youth to the development of the banking sector.
We've taken 25 young people from different backgrounds, engineers, public health specialists, of course, business, finance, etc. Because we really want to build a new breed of leaders for the bank, but also for the industry. Instead of always, getting people coming from the region to support specific areas of the bank. So we want to build leaders internally who will become executives, head of department, businessmen in the future in this country.
The pieces of training in the BK Academy that the 25 youth are joining are due for 4 months.
Future executives, and I will tell you.
Right, and from here we put a period to our tonight's edition on behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team. Many thanks for being with us. Up until next time, stay safe and have a great evening.